Dear JR, I took another trip to the cemetery today, and I thought you should know. I don't plan on ever going back. I visited you 14 times since you've been gone. Twice a year to be exact. Once on your birthday, and then once more on the anniversary of your passing. June 10th, the day you died. Exactly 24 hours after my wife's birthday. Only 4 months before the anniversary of your own father's passing. And 9 days after that cold night your nephew died in '86.
Okay, it's Friday. It's 9 p.m. I'm going to 2194 and 2196 Bercy. I'm gonna go see the tenant. I'm gonna try to collect the rent. I'm recording this in case she tries any funny stuff. I am now parking in front of the house, and in a couple of minutes I'll be walking up to the door, ringing the bell to try to get in and collect the rent.
This is the only recording of your voice that I found since you passed. I've listened to it 100 times.
I called several times her phone number, and it seems like she denies it's her. She insists I got the wrong number, even though I do have the right number because I confirmed it. I confirmed it with her previous landlord.
You must have been the same age that I am now when you recorded this. Yet you sounded much more mature.
So here I go.
At 35, you already owned several apartment buildings. You had your own hardware store. You were a husband with a mortgage. And a father of 3. On that same cassette, I later found a strange recording of a child reciting the word virgin. I really didn't know what to make of that. Who was this child? Was he forced to recite this word incessantly as a cruel punishment? Or was he summoning the spirit of the Virgin in search of salvation or eternal life? Like many of the questions that have come up since your death, these too remain unanswered. I spent the next hour wandering around the cemetery. The mausoleums really caught my eye. This one really reminded me of you. It was quiet and happy to be left alone. It seemed to have somewhat of a dark side too, which drew me to it. Inside a mausoleum, I was greeted by a stone-faced woman. She insisted that I didn't belong there and pointed towards the exit. Naturally, I refused to leave, because like you, I'm very stubborn. Besides, I had one more thing to see before I could leave, and never come back. This must be where it happened. The place where they disposed of your remains. You were obviously surrounded by strangers, and I'm sure they knew very little about you. But at least you weren't alone. They made us pick the clothes that you would wear during the procedure. I laughed. I laughed because I couldn't understand why you weren't allowed to leave this earth as naked as the day you entered it. While shooting this self-portrait, I realized that I was using a camera lens that you gave me. And suddenly, I became very sad. Sad because I knew that I wouldn't have been standing there shooting this image if you hadn't died. "10 years you lived with your illness, and not once do I remember you giving up hope or losing faith. Somehow you spared us that. I'm not sure that we can ever thank you enough for that, JR, or that you would ever want us to."
Virgin, 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 virgin.